your love life, to your relationship, and even to your life in general, you will see a complete change in all of your relationships, especially your romantic ones. So you can stop just arguing about any and everything. So you can stop taking everything so personal. So you can actually hear what your partner is trying to say, understand what they are actually saying, and be able to communicate all of the things that you need, that you want, that you desire, so you both can create the relationship that you want, not the relationship that your parents have, not the relationship that your friends have, not the relationship that your siblings have, but the relationship that the two of you want to create together. So now, why are we here today? We are here today because I found a very, very, very good article, and I've been meaning to come here and talk about this very subject, but I haven't had the chance because I've been just so busy lately. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I am here to talk to you today about the pre-commitment interview questions that you should be asking the person that you are dating. Right? So I found this article. It was really, really good. She has about 10 to 12 points in there. I'm actually going to cover 8 of them today. The article is down in the description box below. So if you want to check out all 10 to 12 of the questions that you should be asking your potential partner, then check out the article down below. But we're going to go ahead and jump into it because I just thought that this article was just very timely. And these are questions that you should be asking. Do you have to ask them all at one time, all on one date? No, because you do not want to make it feel like an interview, even though this says interview questions, right? But you don't want to feel like you're interviewing the person that you want to try to see if you can build something with. You want the conversation to be natural. You want the conversation to just flow. However, you do want to ask the important things, the things that are going to make a difference, and whether you choose this person or not. So the very first thing that you should ask is, do you want a serious relationship? That is very important because a lot of people don't want a serious relationship. A lot of people just still want to play the field. A lot of people love the honeymoon phase. And then after you get past the honeymoon phase and you start to work on the relationship, you start to actually be inside of the relationship, the mundaneness of it, the everyday of it, then they start to lose interest. They like the newness, the honeymoon stage of the relationship. So some people are not looking for serious relationships. Some people just aren't in the stage to be in a serious relationship. They don't have the time to commit to building and creating the type of relationship that I'm speaking about here. So make sure you ask him, ask her, if he or she wants a serious relationship. The second thing, if so, this is the follow-up question to if they want a serious relationship. If so, what does serious mean to you? Because all of us can have a different definition of what the word serious means to each of us. So what does serious mean to you? So you want a serious relationship. Okay, that's cool. But what does serious actually mean to you? And then be able to answer all of these questions yourself. So don't go into any type of interview, any type of conversation, especially when you know that you do have an agenda. And I hate to put it that way, but that's exactly what it is. We're out here, we're searching, we're seeking, we're trying to see if we're compatible with this person. And so it does become like you do have an agenda, but you still don't want to make it, like I said, an interview-esque type of dating situation that day. You still want it to be fun. You still want to have a lot of laughs. You still want to create memories. You still want to get to know this person, but you're also collecting data. You're also collecting the information that you need so you can make an informed decision if you want to continue on dating this person, if you want to continue on to getting to know this person. So, do you want a serious relationship? If so, what does serious mean to you? Number 3, how do you think it would benefit us both to go to another level? Now, obviously, this question, you guys have to have been together, seeing each other, spending time with one another for a period of time before you put something like this out there. Because if you ask this question too early on, they're going to be like, well, I don't really know. I mean, I don't even know nothing about you, let alone what it's going to benefit me, let alone yourself, if we decide to take it to the next level. Like, you have to wait for this particular question, but you still want to be able to ask this question at some point. Number 4, what are your personal deal breakers? This one is very important because so many people don't realize what they want, let alone what a deal breaker is. And if you do see some deal breakers, a lot of times you do not stick to them because that fine guy is sitting right in front of your face, spewing and telling you the things that you really want to hear. Even if they say something that is a quote unquote red flag, you're not flagging it. You're actually still keeping on your rose colored glasses because you do not want to lose him. Men, you do the same thing when there's a fine woman in front of you that has the body banging. You do the exact same thing. And she could say that she don't want a relationship. She could say that she don't want no children. She could say that she don't never cook. She could say that her house is filthy. But because you see that fine person in front of you, you don't hear none of the stuff that she just said. And then wonder when you get into this relationship, how come she is so selfish? Or how come she don't cook? Or how come she whatever, fill in the blank, right? Because you didn't listen to the things that she was actually saying to you when you guys were conversing. Only thing you seen was that hot body. And ladies, only thing you seen was that fine man. You have to really pay attention to what the person is saying and also make sure that their words match up with their actions. I know that this can be very tricky, especially in the beginning, but there should be a pattern if he or she is doing the things that he or she said that they're going to do. Are they actually showing up on time? Are they actually, being very respectful? Like, there are things that a person is going to automatically do where you're going to be able to see what the red flags are and be able to really recognize them and not just sweep them under the rug because you want to be in a relationship. So what are your personal deal breakers? And if you do not know the answer to this, guess what? You need to write them down. So when this person asks you this question, or when you ask this question first, and then the follow-up question is, well, what are your personal deal breakers? You're able to answer them. But then also know that when you know what your deal breakers are, you have to be able to stick with them. Because if you do not, you will be in a world of hurt. You will be kicking yourself in the head later on because you didn't follow the very thing that you know that you needed in order to be happy in a relationship, in order to not feel like you're sacrificing, in order to not be pissed off all the time. Like, understand that you know what you're walking into. And if this person does not match up to it, no matter how fine they are, be able to walk away. Now, this is what the 1% does. If it don't match up, deuces. This includes the person that they're inviting to share their life journey with. Number 5, what are your personal relationship expectations? Another thing that a lot of people don't think about. They just jump into the relationship and they kind of go with the flow of things. Well, if you're looking to be a part of the top 1% of relationships that are extraordinary, you cannot just go with the flow. You have to know what your expectations are in a relationship, and again, be able to verbalize these things when it's needed and to correct your partner when it's needed as well, because we each teach our partner, we teach our spouse, we teach our friends, we teach our family how to treat us. And so if you feel like you're being mistreated, it's because you are allowing the mistreatment that is happening to you right now. Different video though. Number 6, do you feel like you've had enough time since your last relationship? This is where the baggage comes into play. Are you able to assess this new person, give them 100% coming into the relationship instead of punishing him or punishing her for what your last partner, your last spouse did to you? Have you dealt with all of that junk that's going to eventually come up if you have not dealt with it? So how much time has transpired, but not just how much time has transpired and how much work have you done on yourself? How much time has transpired and how much work have you done on yourself? Because if you haven't done anything, if you think just because you have not been dating, you have not been in a sexual relationship for a year or 2 years, and you've never dealt with the pain that you felt in your last relationship and the why the pain was even there for you in the first place, then that is going to come up the very next time he or she does that thing, that trigger, that spark that gets you in enrage. You're going to go there the exact same way. So not just how much time has passed, how much work have you done on yourself in the time frame that has passed? Number 7. What would you expect to change should we, you and the person, decide to officially be together, get together, say that you have the title with one another? What would you expect that should change should you decide to get together? So again, another expectations. What do you think should change? Should it be how much time you guys are spending together? Should it be how much time you're spending with your other friends and family? Like how much time? What do you think what do you expect should actually change if you two decide to take it to the next level? Like, understand what those things are, and then make sure they're realistic and not a part of the fantasy, thinking that you're supposed to spend every waking hour with your spouse. Whenever they're not busy, they're supposed to be with you. That's just really unrealistic, and it's actually very unhealthy. And there's a part in that where there's an insecurity there as well. Again, a different video. But what do you expect should change if we decide to go to the next level? The 8th and final thing that you should think about, again, if you want more, check out the article down in the description box below. Number 8, are you, what did I write? I think it says, are you cool? Yeah. Yes. Sorry. I couldn't see what my handwriting was. Are you cool with us, meaning you and the other person, being in the same place 1 year from now? So if you guys do not have a title right now, are you okay with you guys just still not having a title 1 year from now? If you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend, are you cool with you guys still being girlfriend and boyfriend 1 year from now? If you guys are engaged, are you cool with you guys still being engaged 1 year from now? Like, is it going to make a big difference? Are you going to feel like you have been slighted or lied to if we do not go to the next level within the next year, whatever that level is for you? Now, I'm going to back up and say that if you guys, yes, I understand that this is for somebody that you have been dating, or if you are just saying, you know what, these are questions that I need to ask this person that I am dating. We've been in a relationship for a while, but I have not asked these questions. Like, you can still back up, ask these questions, so you're not wasting an enormous amount of time. And then all this time has passed and you're like, well, oh, I didn't know that I should have asked that question. Oh, well, now I can see why we didn't make it, because blah, blah. Like, that's the whole point of this channel right here. I'm getting you all the way together so you can, again, be a part of the top 1% of people that have extraordinary relationships. You can only do that when you make calculated moves. And let's just be for real. That's the only way that it's going to happen. So, my disclaimer. If you guys have been seeing one another and you do not have the title at the maximum, hear me, the maximum 6 months, you're never going to get the title. Move on. If you guys have been together, dating, boyfriend and girlfriend, for at least 2 years, sometimes you can even go into 3 years, and you're not engaged yet, you should move on. However, there is a caveat in that time frame, because it really just depends on the age frame that you're in, because there are some people that have been dating since high school. There's some people that have been dating again, just when you were really young, and now you've been together, and now you can tell people we've been together for a decade, we've been together for 20 years, but it's because you guys were literally in elementary school dating. Now, is that a large percentage of the population? No, it is not, but it still is a percentage of the population. So you want to be really clear about this particular one. However, if you guys have been out for a period of time, meaning out of high school and even out of college, right? Because some people just don't want to do the married thing while they're trying to get their education. So all of this is dependent on some things. At the very least, again, if you don't have the title in 6 months, meaning boyfriend or girlfriend, no matter which age range, you're not gonna get it. You're just not going to get it. And I know there are going to be some people that just say, no, that's not true. Listen, people already know what they want to do with you. They already know what category they want to put you in. And if they really want you to be their girlfriend, if they really want you to be their boyfriend, you will be. And really, 6 months is an extraordinary amount of time, especially if you guys have really been seeing each other. You've been spending a lot of time together. She already knows what category that they want you in. So if they did not say, yes, at the very least, you're my girlfriend, at the very least, you're my boyfriend, you're not going to get it. Again, the next stage is the engagement and then followed by the marriage. But again, do not think just because you got married, that is like, oh my God, I got married, I can sit back. No, that is really just the beginning of your lives being spent together for the rest of your life. It's just the beginning. So many people are in the stage of trying to find, getting ready, searching for, that they think that once they get the person, that is it. That is just the beginning of creating and building a healthy relationship, because then you still have to come together. You still have to think about how you both have been two separate people all of these years, and there's going to be some clashes in your relationship. There's going to be some clashes in your marriage that you have to tighten up on so you can have a smooth relationship, so you guys are not at each other's throat all the time, so it's more smooth and cohesive, and you know that this person has your back and he or she knows that you have their back.